Morning with Max. Good morning, folks, and welcome to another Morning with Max. I'm your host, Max Porter, and I am the writer, editor, lore keeper, board game designer, stream host, and various other things here at City State Entertainment, where we are working on the MMORPG Camelot Unchained. And a good morning to you, Scott Florence. How you doing? The lighting may be extra weird today because it is a dark, gray, cloudy day outside. Sim for the win. Morning, Max. Any tests planned for the weekend? Good question. I don't know. Not that I've heard about. Hey, do we have any tests planned for the weekend?
Not yet.
Not yet, comes the answer. Thanks, Mark. So we shall see how the day goes. But we do not yet have any tests planned for the weekend. So there's your answer, Sim for the win. Hi, Strike. How you doing, my friend? You're very welcome, Sim for the win. Good to hear, Strike. You always stream when I eat, so always happy. Excellent. I'm glad the timing works out so well. Neo78, any word when beta will start? I don't know if you're joking or you haven't heard, but beta 2, beta 2. Okay. You're aware that we're in the middle of beta 1 then. Got it. Okay. No, I don't have any word when beta 2 will start. It's lunchtime with Max for me, says Strike. Excellent. Are you eating something delicious? Moneo, we are moving forward on various important pieces, but we do not have a word yet. Mid-morn all, says Grimslag. Hey there, Grimslag. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And a good mid-afternoon to you, Scott Flores. Grimzoo, I'm just not giving any dates. I'm not the right person to ask anyway. I wonder whether more people on an average morning with Max. We need to do like a survey for this. I wonder whether more people on an average morning with Max are actually having a morning with Max, or is it some other time of day, on average? How was the week in the studio? Anything happen? Mm, well, there's always stuff happening. There's movement on the hiring front, movement on working on gameplay elements, movement on working on engine elements, movement on working on all kinds of things. It's Friday, and for those of you who don't know, we do a Friday afternoon, end of week wrap up of all the highlights of progress from the week. So you can get a lot more details about what was worked on this week from that stream, which will be this afternoon in about 5.5 hours at 4 p.m. our time. So hopefully I'll see you there for that. Grimslag, what are the plans for the weekend, Max? Some streaming? Yep, probably going to be playing some D&D. And or some tabletop cyberpunk action. Sim for the win. It's mostly come home after work with Max. Got it. Well, good. Strike, wouldn't surprise me that due to time convenience, it's mostly Europeans. Same with test times. I wonder, Strike. I wonder. Zoof 9, any updated realistic release date? No, neither realistic nor unrealistic. We are not giving out any dates at this time, as far as I'm aware. None that I know about, anyway. Shark Spades says, awesome Firefly shirt. Thank you so much. I friggin' love this shirt. I think it's just beautifully designed. It has a great quote from the show's song. It's a good sentiment. It makes me feel cool. Or at least like I'm wearing an awesome Firefly shirt. Or on Tigtone. Very nice. Needs to be more updates on it, to be honest. I hear you, Zoof. I hear you. Oh, I have missed some YouTube comments. Of just a minute ago. Kel, are you a Daok veteran too? I am not, but I guess you probably know that there are several people here who are. Bogdan, no idea if this question has already been answered, but are shapeshifters going to be a launch class or post-launch? I would have to go back and read the stretch goal. It'll say on the stretch goal... Wait, is there a shapeshifter stretch goal? Maybe not. I'd have to go back and read the class announcement or watch the class announcement videos. I'm not sure. They might be one of the post-launch classes. That wouldn't surprise me. But they might be one of the, expected pretty shortly after launch classes. I can't quite remember where shapeshifters fall on that. Or on Tigtone, what link are you looking for? Link to information about what? Sure, I can grab you some links or on Tigtone. Hang on. What newsletter was the board game? Oh, thanks, Grimslag. Is that what you're talking about, or on Tigtone? Is that what you're looking for? Grimslag's there with the link. I was trying to find the newsletter that had the board game, but maybe you were asking about what Grimslag linked. Oh, Demption, heyo, how's your week been? It's been a good week for me, and I think a good week for the studio as a whole. Got some samples from, I think I mentioned this on Monday, from a manufacturing company for the board game. And been going back and forth with them and others. Completed the first pass of doing like lore bits, doing flavor text, and checking the card text for all the cards in the game, which was quite an undertaking. Took me a couple of weeks, but I've done that, and so they are ready to make changes. Yeah, we need more power-ups for Grimslag. Grimslag is awesome. How's the general feel of the office this Friday? Well, it's a cold gray, or not cold. It's a muggy gray day outside. It's kind of cold in the office. We actually had to turn the temperature up because we had it so cold because of all the scorching hot days. But people are working away. You can possibly hear some chatter in the background. The artists are arting, the programmers are programming. Stream hosting. Yes, the board game was what you were interested in. Got it. Hey, Dizzy Stream. Yeah, it's in a newsletter, or on Tigtone. I'm trying to find it, but it's like escaping me for the moment, and I can't remember which friggin' newsletter it was in. It's trying to drive me insane. I should just make a Moobot. I should just do a Moobot command for the board game presentation newsletter. Can't seem to find it. It's one of the newsletters has the whole presentation. Of course, there's lots of videos. Yeah, it's in a Camelot Unchained newsletter, and here's a link to all the newsletters. You don't have to save them, or on Tigtone. For some reason, I can't find it right now, but it is in there. There's a newsletter that has a whole big presentation on the Depths board game. Anyone in the office checking out WoW Classic? It wouldn't surprise me, Dizzy Stream. I haven't had the time myself. Oh, Demption, always good to hear things are going well, especially lore things. I'm a huge lore nerd. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoy the flavor text. bits and pieces that I have put together on the cards in the board game. I like how Grimslag, like, the artists are arting K. Well, see, the problem is that with artists, there's a different verb for what, like, each specialty is doing. You know, you might say John is sculpting, Mike is doing something cool, probably with substance designer, I don't know. You know, Michelle and Sandra drawing, etc. You know, some environment artists are probably making LODs. So there's really no one good verb that just sums up everything they're doing. So that's my rationale, Grimslag. I hope you can forgive me. The artists are creating. Sounds kind of frou-frou, doesn't it? Besides, I mean, you might say, sometimes it's not creation. It's refining, altering. More frou-frou than arting? Well, I guess that's debatable. You've got me there, Grimslag. Visioneering. Off topic, says Oron Tigtone. Max, have you read Carl Edward Wagner or maybe Glenn Cook? I'm not sure I have. I am not sure I have. Okay, Glenn Cook wrote The Black Company. That's next on my list, actually. I need to read The Black Company. I really need to read that. Not sure about. I've heard of the other guy. He wrote Kane. Cool, I'm gonna have to look up more info. Good morning, Zero HP Com. How you doing, my friend? I'm glad to hear you're good, Zero HP Com. Oron Tigton. Max, I read your Fearbog story and got an uncanny sense of my comic reading days of the Man-Thing and or Swamp-Thing. Cool. That was a good story. That turned out real nice, didn't it? Oh. Looking at the wrong chat here. Got some YouTube questions. Bogdan. Will classes or archers have a bailout mechanism? That's an interesting question. You should ask it as a designer on Camelot Unchained. We will be having a stream this afternoon, the end of week wrap up and Q&A, so you can ask that during the Q&A potentially, Bogdan, depending on who's on. Sneezes is sneezing, very true, Ryan. Cal, so you only progress through skills, or is there some actual level progression? Well, yeah, mainly you progress by unlocking components with which you can build abilities, and then like getting experience points and such on those components, so to speak. So the components kind of get more options, and then you can make more specialized and cool abilities. Sharingans and Ninja. Sharingans and Ninja. Morning, Max. Got any spare coffee, man? I'm trying to wake myself up. I'm having, like, Coca-Cola for my caffeine. Swipper, hey there. I do have plans. It's going to be a good weekend. I hope yours is good, too. Ryan, Max, good morning. Do you suspect CU to be released prior to 2021? I hope so. Swipper, is Mark doing the wrap-up later today? Most likely, but I don't really usually know for sure until right before. Real Ongre. So I'm choosing to... Not quite sure how to read that. Thank you. You're awesome, too. Odemption, kinda hyped I'll be able to join the CU tests soon. Got my new rig ordered and about to say bye-bye to this old potato of mine. Oh, nice, Odemption. I hope to see you in the tests very soon indeed. And then you can kill us all. Yarnhand. Just dropped in. What is the status of game, beta, etc.? We're working away. We're in beta 1. We're working very hard and making lots of progress. Yarnhand, if you want to check out the get the latest scoop, check out the news. So there's the news, and then there's also the monthly newsletter. And those summarize week progress and month progress, respectively. Or at least give a sense of it. Greenwald 114 says, "Hey Max, when they going to let you hang out with us at DragonCon?" I don't know, man. I don't really know what the Dragon Con plans. The Dragon plans. I don't really know what the Dragon Con plans are. Swipper. Speaking of tests, do we know if there will be a test, or will we find out later today? Well, we'll find out later today for sure, Swipper, but there is not yet a test planned for the weekend. I assume you're speaking about the weekend, Swipper. Sharingans and Ninja. Actually, I'm curious. Regarding the characters we make in Beta 1 and 2, will they be available when the game goes fully live, or will we have to recreate? You'll have to recreate. I do know the answer to that one. Yeah, characters get wiped out pretty often for the purposes of beta testing. Strike, have you ever done a cosplay? Not really. I've put on Halloween costumes. I wear a big wizard hat when I play D&D. And I wear horns and sunglasses. Horns from my good friend Grimslag, who sent them when I play a cyberpunk game. But that's not really, I wouldn't consider that cosplay. I think I saw Max at a Renaissance festival dressed up like Hagar the Horrible. Well, you may have seen me at a Renaissance. Or Hagar. You may have seen me at the Renaissance Fest. Renfest. Occasionally. Dressed as a wizard. Max played the mountain once. I am, like, way too short for that. Vikings Yell Swipper. Sharingans and Ninja, when the game goes live, what are your in-game plans? Trying a bunch of different classes and probably settle on Crafter or Mage. Or no. Yeah, well, that's like when the game goes live early, and then when Scouts are a thing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get into Scouts. I really am excited by that idea. Twitchy Desperia. When you had longer hair. So it's been a while. Couldn't have passed as Dice Darg Beulv from Final Fantasy Tactics. If people say you are too short, you just push their eye holes with your thumbs. Disturbing. Well, I have had a blast chatting with you all. I'm going to remind you that we have another stream planned for today, our end of week wrap up, where we do the highlights of progress from the week, and Q&A, where you can come ask questions, get answers, etc. I hope you guys can join us for that. That will be in 5 hours from now at 4 p.m. our time. Hope to see you there. In any case, I will see you later. And wish you guys a great time at whatever you're up to. Oh, you're very welcome, Denarian. Hi there. So see you later. Thanks a lot for joining me for this morning with Max. That was a fun one. Bye-bye. See you later. Morning with Max.